Hello students, as you know, we in the previous video we started our discussion about NCERT exemplar question of chapter life processes and we completed MCQs questions. Now let's discuss about the short answers questions of this chapter. So let's begin. So here this is the question number 36, in which we have to write about the names of the processes or the events about which they are talking about. So this question first, the process in plants that link light energy with chemical energy. हमें इस process का नाम बताना है which links the light energy with chemical energy. When we talk about the light energy is the solar energy which is coming from the sun. Solar energy की यहाँ पे बात हो रही है, the solar energy which is coming from the sun, and this energy is converted into the chemical energy in the form of glucose, C6H12O6. This is the formula of glucose. So in the photosynthesis, the answer is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process in which the light energy, means solar energy, is converted into the chemical energy in the form of glucose. So answer is photosynthesis. Second question, B part, organism that can prepare their own food. These type of organisms are called autotrophs. So we know the answer. These are the autotrophs. The cell organelles where photosynthesis occur. The organelle where the photosynthesis occur is the chloroplast. Chloroplast is the cell organelle where photosynthesis occur because chloroplast is the organelle where the chlorophyll is present, and the chlorophyll is the important pigment which is required for photosynthesis. तो जहाँ पे chlorophyll होगा वहीं तो chloroplast, वहीं पे तो photosynthesis हो पाएगा, and it is present into the chloroplast. So the answer is chloroplast. Cell that surrounds the stomatal pore. हमें उन cells का नाम बताना है जो stomatal pore को surround करती है या उनको cover करती हैं. The stomatal cells that are known as the guard cells. इस तरीके की kidney bean shape की जो cells होती हैं जिन्हें हम कहते हैं guard cells, and these cells they surround the stomatal pore. ये बीच वाला जो part है, this is the stomatal pore, and these two cells they are called as guard cells. Next question, the organism that cannot prepare their own food. These type of organisms are known as heterotrophs because heterotrophs are not able to prepare their food. Next question, an enzyme secreted from gastric glands in stomach that acts on protein. Gastric gland से secrete होने वाला enzyme जो protein पे काम कर सकता है, this enzyme is pepsin. We know the gastric glands are present into the stomach, and these gastric glands they secrete the gastric juice. They secrete gastric juice, and gastric juice contain three important components, that is HCl. Second one is the protein digesting enzyme which is known as pepsin, and this pepsin is present in the form of inactive form which is known as pepsinogen, and the third is the mucus. So these three things are present into the gastric juice, and these three things, out of this the pepsin is the enzyme which acts on the protein. So right answer is pepsin. Now let's move on to the next question, which is the question number 37. Question number 37 is about the plants. Here the question is asked that all plants gives out the oxygen during the day and carbon dioxide during the night. Do you agree with this statement? If you agree, then give the reason, and if you are not agree, then also give the answer. So let's see the answer. So answer of this question is yes. All plants give out oxygen during the day and carbon dioxide during the night. And if we talk about this statement, we know that photosynthesis and respiration, both of these two processes are happening in the daytime in the plants. Photosynthesis दिन में हो रहा है in the presence of sunlight, and during photosynthesis plants utilize the carbon dioxide, they intake carbon dioxide and they release oxygen, whereas in the respiration process plants utilize the oxygen and they release the carbon dioxide. This is the respiration. But during the daytime, due to the presence of sunlight, the carbon dioxide they are doing photosynthesis and they are doing respiration also, and this CO2 which is releasing during the respiration is used into the photosynthesis process. जो photosynthesis process हो रही है वो respiration से निकली हुई एलिमिनेट हुई कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को भी यूटिलाइज कर रही है. So during daytime only the gases which is eliminating outside is the oxygen. So they only eliminate the oxygen during the daytime, but at night when sunlight is not available and the photosynthesis process do not happen, only the respiration process is there, at that time the oxygen is eliminated out. उस टाइम पे सिर्फ ऑक्सीजन ही एलिमिनेट होती है. So we can say that all plants give out oxygen during the day and carbon dioxide during the night, because during daytime the CO2 which is eliminating is used up into the process of photosynthesis. So the correct answer is yes. Now move on to the next question, question number 2, or we can say that next question. How do guard cells regulate the opening and closing of stomata? हमें यह बताना है कि opening और closing जो होती है stomatas की वो कैसे regulate होती है. The stomatas are the structure which is covered by the guard cells. Stomatas को cover किया हुआ है guard cells ने, and these guard cells they are a structure which has a kidney bean shaped structure. ये जो किडनी बीन शेप स्ट्रक्चर की गार्ड सेल्स होती हैं, व्हेन दीज गार्ड सेल्स दे इनटेक द वाटर, व्हेन दे अब्सॉर्ब द वाटर दे गेट स्वेलन, कि स्वेलन हो जाती हैं, एंड ड्यू टू द स्वेलिंग दिस रिमेनिंग पार्ट जो बीच में पार्ट है इंटरमीडिएट पार्ट, दिस पार्ट गेट क्लोज्ड एंड वी कॉल इट द क्लोज्ड स्टोमेटा. बट व्हेन दे रिलीज द वाटर आउटसाइड, ड्यू टू द रिलीज ऑफ वाटर दे बिकम फ्लैसिड, ये फ्लैसिड हो जाएंगी, एंड व्हेन दे बिकम द फ्लैसिड एट दैट कंडीशन द स्टोमेटास रिमेन क्लोज्ड. So we can say that the guard cells are the structures which regulate the opening and closing of stomata. So the answer is guard cells, and we have understand the complete mechanism also. This opening and closing of stomata is regulated by the absorption and release of water. Now next question is about the fishes. Why do fishes die when they are taken out from the water? When we take out the fishes outside the water, they die. We all know what is the reason. Reason behind that, this fishes respire with the help of gills. Fishes में gills होते हैं, and the gills have the structures which is richly supplied with the blood capillaries, and these blood capillaries can absorb the ऑक्सीजन विच इज डिजोल्व इनटू द वाटर. जो वाटर में डिजोल्व ऑक्सीजन है उस ऑक्सीजन को गिल्स जो है आसानी से अब्जॉर्व कर सकते हैं, एंड दीज गिल्स आर नॉट कैपेबल टू अब्जॉर्ब द ऑक्सीजन दैट इज प्रेजेंट इनटू द एटमॉस्फेयर और इन द एयर. सो इन दिस केस व्हेन वी टेक आउट द फिशेज आउटसाइड, एयर की ऑक्सीजन को फिशेज अब्जॉर्व नहीं कर पाएंगी एंड दे गेट डाई, वो डाई हो जाएंगे. सो करेक्ट आंसर हमें मिल गया है. नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Next question is the nutrition a necessity for an organism? Discuss. Yes, nutrition. Very important question. Nutrition is the necessity for the organism because nutrition provide us energy. First we can say it provide us energy for different metabolic activities. हमारी बॉडी में जितनी भी एक्टिविटीज हो रही हैं उन एक्टिविटीज के लिए हमें एनर्जी की जरूरत है, and this energy is stored in the form of ATP. So this energy is provided by the nutrition. Second, the important organelles or nutrition that is required, they are also required for the cell growth and repair and replacement. Whenever any cells get die, the new cells are formed, and for this replacement and for the growth of new cells and the repair and replacement of worn out cells, nutrition is very important. Next, it is needed to develop resistance against the various diseases. Like vitamins, minerals, these are the substances which give us nutrition. ये वो substances है जो हमें nutrition provide करते हैं. So we can say that it is also responsible to provide us immunity against diseases. So nutrition is very important and it is a necessity for an organism. Now next question. We will move on to the next question. This question is, what would happen if the green plants disappear from the earth? Green plants अगर earth से disappear हो जाएंगे तो क्या होगा? Very important question again. green plant, we know that the energy, the solar energy is converted into the chemical energy by the green plants, by the autotrophs. So they are the ultimate source of energy for all organism. हर organism को energy कहाँ से मिल रही है? They are getting energy from the green plants, and if the green plants get disappear, all the carnivores which are all the herbivores which are dependent on these green plants, they will also die. And the carnivore also, हमने देखा है in the food chain that plants are eaten by the herbivores. Plants को herbivores eat करते हैं, and the herbivores are eaten by the carnivores. Herbivores are eaten by the carnivores. When the plant get eliminated from the atmosphere, जब plant eliminate हो जाएंगे, then herbivores are not able to survive, as well as the carnivores will also not able to survive. So we can say that in the absence of plants, the survival of the life on the earth is not possible. Next question, sixth question. What are the adaptation of the leaf for photosynthesis? Leaves has a large surface area. Leaves का जो surface area होता है वो large होता है, so they can take or they can absorb the more solar energy. And second thing, we can say that these structures, these लाइन जो हमने यहाँ पे ड्रॉ की है, these lines और this network of veins, इस तरीके की जो स्ट्रक्चर होती है इन्हें veins बोलते हैं, and this network of the veins is responsible for the quick transport of the substances. बहुत आसानी से सब्सटेंस का ट्रांसपोर्ट हो जाता है वेन के अंदर ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ दीज नेटवर्क्स ऑफ द वेन्स. नेक्स्ट, दे हैव लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ द स्टोमेटास. इनमें स्टोमेटास बहुत लार्ज अमाउंट में प्रेजेंट होते हैं, एंड ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ दीज स्टोमेटा दे कैन ईजिली एक्सचेंज द गैसेस. दे कैन रिलीज द ऑक्सीजन एंड can take the carbon dioxide for the photosynthesis, and the chloroplasts are more in number on the upper surface of the leaf to absorb the more sunlight. So these are the some important adaptation by which the leaves are adapted to do photosynthesis. Now next question is, why is the small intestine in herbivore is longer than in carnivores? Carnivores की intestine, small intestine जो होती है वो shorter होती है as compared to herbivores. They have larger or longer small intestine. Reason क्या है इसका? Reason behind this herbivores eats grass, and the grass contains cellulose. The digestion of the cellulose is a time consuming process. It needs time. So for the complete digestion of cellulose, their small intestines become longer. So we can say for the complete digestion of the cellulose, the herbivores has the longer small intestine which allow the complete digestion of cellulose, whereas carnivores, they do not digest cellulose because they have smaller intestine. Now move on to the next question. Next question is about the what will happen if mucus is not secreted by the gastric glands? We know mucus prevent the inner lining of the stomach which is a J-shaped structure, and this stomach has the internal lining. This internal lining of the stomach is protected by the mucus by the secretion of HCl. This HCl is also formed inside the stomach, and it can damage the inner lining or inner surface of the stomach. So to prevent this, the mucus is secreted which prevent this inner layer or inner lining. So mucus protect the inner lining of the stomach from the action of hydrochloric enzyme and the enzyme pepsin. So इसका काम क्या है? Protection. Next question is, what is the significance of emulsification of fat? Emulsification of fat का significance क्या है? We know fats are present in our food and they are the larger globules. Fat are the larger globules, and the digestion of these larger globules is very difficult by the lipase enzyme. Lipase enzyme do not able to break these larger globules of the fat. By the process of emulsification, bile salts, they break down these larger globules into the smaller globules, and this process is known as emulsification, and the lipase enzyme is very easily can digest these smaller globules. So to make the enzyme action easier, the fat emulsification is happen. So this is the reason. Now next question is, why does absorption of digested food अकर मेनली इन द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन। डाइजेशन जो होता है फूड का वो स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में ही क्यों होता है मैक्सिमम, ये पूछा गया है। द मैक्सिमम अब्जॉर्प्शन अकर इन द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन बिकॉज द डाइजेशन कंप्लीटेड इनटू द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन एंड द इनर लाइनिंग दस ऑफ स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन हैज दिस काइंड ऑफ फिंगर लाइक प्रोजेक्शन। स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में इनर लाइनिंग में फिंगर लाइक प्रोजेक्शंस होती हैं एंड इन दीज फिंगर लाइक प्रोजेक्शन दे आर नॉन एज विलीज, इन्हें हम बोलते हैं विलीज। एंड दिस विलीज हैज द ब्लड कैपिलरीज इन इट, इट हैज वेन्स as well as it has arteries also, so they are richly supplied with the blood vessels and from the small intestine the nutrients is directly absorbed inside these blood capillaries। इन blood vessels के अंदर जो blood nutritions है जो digestion के बाद बना है it can be directly absorbed, so the absorption of digested food occur mainly in the small intestine due to the presence of these villi। This is the correct answer। Now move on to the next question। Next question is what is the advantage of having 4-chambered heart? ह्यूमन बींग में 4-chambered हार्ट होता है और इसका रीजन, इसकी एडवांटेज क्या है? द एडवांटेज इज दैट द दिस 4-chambered इट्स अलाउ द सेपरेशन ऑफ द ऑक्सीजनेटेड एंड द ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड। अगर हम हार्ट का डायग्राम देखें वी नो दैट आवर हार्ट हैज 4-chambered. Upper 2 chambers are known as atrium and the lower 2 chambers are known as ventricles. This side it receives the oxygenated blood, this is the left side, and this one is the right side, it receives the deoxygenated blood and it never get mixed inside the heart, it always remains separated। This separation is happened due to the presence of all these 4 chambers। इन 4 चैम्बर्स में हार्ट हमेशा सेपरेट रहता है, कभी भी ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड से मिक्स नहीं होता एंड इट्स oxygenated, this oxygenated blood is required to provide the energy which is required for their metabolic activities or to maintain the body temperature। so जो energy मिल रही है वो हमारी body को इसी वजह से मिल रही है because our oxygenated and deoxygenated blood always remain separate। so we can say that this is important to provide the sufficient energy so that we can maintain our body temperature। This is the correct answer। Next question, mention the major events during photosynthesis। The major events which occur during the photosynthesis is the absorption of light energy by the chlorophyll, conversion of the light energy to chemical energy, splitting of water into the hydrogen and oxygen ions, and the next one is the reduction of carbon dioxide to the carbohydrates। We know all these steps they happen during the process of photosynthesis and these are the main events of photosynthesis। Next question is name the energy currency in the living organism when and where it is produced। The energy currency of the living organisms is known as ATP and it is produced during the respiration in the living organism। We know in the respiration this glucose C6H12O6, this glucose it reacts with the oxygen and in the presence of oxygen it is broken down into the carbon dioxide, water and the energy is produced or energy। ये चीज़ें जो हैं ये product form होते हैं when glucose get broken down। Now this CO2 is eliminated out due to the process of exhalation। Water is used up into the inner metabolic activities and this energy is utilized or it is stored in the form of ATP। This process of energy production is completed into the mitochondria of the cells। ये process energy production की जो process है it completes into the mitochondria। So we can say that the ATP is the energy currency of the cells and it produced during the respiration process and also during the photosynthesis in plants। So this is the correct answer। Now move on to the next question। What is the common for cuscuta, ticks and the leeches? इन 3 organisms में क्या important common है? We know that all are parasites। They derive their nutrition from an organism and these type of organisms are non-host। We can say they remain dependent on their host for their nutrition requirement। They do not prepare their food or they do not get their food from another source, they just depend on their host and take nutrition from there and they do not harm their host also because अगर ये host को harm कर देंगे तो इनको nutrition नहीं मिलेगा। They do not harm, just take nutrition from their host। Next question, explain the role of mouth in digestion of food. In the mouth, we know that in the mouth, the teeth, tongue and the saliva, they are the important sources which help in the digestion. The teeth, they crush the food into the smaller pieces. Tongue helps in the digestion by mixing the food with the saliva, and it also helps in the identifying the taste of the food. And the amylase enzyme, which is known as salivary amylase, is also present in the saliva, which is secreted into the mouth. So this salivary amylase is responsible for the digestion of carbohydrate or sugar. So this is the main thing which happening into the mouth.